Alrighty, my friends. Come on, ma'am. I need a good alternate recipe. Best I can do is biocoal. I know, right? Frickin' ma'am. Frickin' ma'am. Okay, yes, so we need to go get alclad aluminum sheets. I got a ton. Apparently I got enough alclad aluminum sheets to do a really, really long belt out to the middle of nowhere. But not enough alclad aluminum sheets to actually finish the build. Almost. Almost. I don't know how many more alternate recipes there are left that I have to unlock. I would assume, like, the fused modular frames and things would have some alternate things, but I keep getting, like, miners and biocoal and what was the one I just got? Coated wiring. Like, coated cables. I really don't need that. Alright, these guys. I should also drop off other random crap I have. Turn slugs into power thingamajiggers and power shards. Drop off the summer sloop and the Mercer sphere. Bam, bam. I have some random leaves. I could use some iron plates. I could use some modular frames. Regular modular frames here. Anything else while I'm at the store? Anything I need to pick up at the store, honey? No, don't call me honey. Well, let's get some copper. There are a few more hard drives and alternate recipes. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of it, but I mean, I still have it. I still have a couple of still some of the higher end items on my map I have marked. You know, those turbo motors, the superposition oscillators, the whatever's past supercomputers. But I feel like I'm getting close to getting most of the alternate recipes. Biocoal and coated cable are just recipes I eventually have to take because they're getting in the way of the ones I want. Yeah. I guess it's good to take them because it does make it so they'll no longer be in the pool. So I guess that is something. One, two. This splitter. There. 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 And there. Do I want to get the smelters going before I turn this on? I feel like I do because I'm always worried about things backing up. Ultron bots is what's past supercomputers. Ultron bots, eh? All right. Ultron bots, you don't say. All right, so I should need 18 of these guys. Did I? Let me check the math on this. Yeah, 1080. We're doing 1080 of these guys, so 18 of these things. So Ultron bots, eh? Smelters. Let's have one space so I have these separated and know where the cutoff is. So it's going to be how do these line up? I should be getting a green line here, right? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Quantum computers and superposition oscillators aren't craftable. You can get them in the Fixmas Holiday event. The model for superposition oscillators is really cool. Cool. So I'll have to play during Christmas, it sounds like. And if I'm still doing this playthrough in Christmas, I feel like I won't be getting into any other games. So I don't know if I will still be playing this at Christmas or not. We'll find out, I guess. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 1 to grow on. There. 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 Let's go one more here. So I have room for all the splitters I'm going to have to do here. You can either change the date on your PC or install a mod that enables permanent Fixmas. Oh. Oh, really? You can do that, huh? I might have to do that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I lost track. How many did I need? I did 1 to grow on, so... I think that's the last one. I believe that's right. Let me power them and I'll count as I'm powering. And I'm also going to put my hover thing on as we do this. Okay. All right. So 2. 4. 6. 8. Who do we appreciate? Rand, no. 8. 10. 12. 14. 16. And that's 18. Beautiful. Set your clock to December 25th and it should just start running. Is there a clock in game or do you mean my computer clock? Because I'm not sure I know how to change my clock to be the wrong date. Don't know if I've ever done that before. 300 divided by... Oh, let me do this. 300 divided by 60. So this one will do 5. I'm going to copy paste though. Ah, crap. Copy. Paste. 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 Make sure I'm doing these right. Good. Paste. I swear, this part of the map, you all probably can't hear it, but the music just cuts in and out. Such a weird, random bug that the music just starts and stops, starts and stops. And it's always here. Every time I come out to where my aluminum build is. I have no idea why it does that. It's pretty easy to change the system date on your PC, but it can have some issues these days. The mod is the easier way, and it can be uninstalled when you're done. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, if I do it. Right, so this will be able to do 5 of these guys. I will say what I have over here split more evenly, but that's okay. The 5, one will do 5. That means the other one would do 8. This one is 300 and... What's it doing? 480. 480 divided by 60. Is that even? Yeah, 8. Okay. So that actually still works out evenly. So I just need to split this guy between 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So splitter. goes to 3 of those and 2 of these. And all right, so that should be output to there, to there, to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next one's going to be split between 8. So let's do that. Split between these 3. 1, 2, 3. And then these 2. And then these 3. And then that should leave 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end. Okay, that should be right. And so this will be split 3 ways. There. That's going to be coming from the second guy over here. This. Let's clean that up a little bit. That one wasn't very clean, but this one we can clean up. So it can go 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. That looks better. And you know what? I am gonna clean this one up. Not super important, but if I can be organized and not have it look spaghetti, I should have it more organized and not look so spaghetti. Okay, that's definitely better. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then one last dude. We'll do 2 and then 3 at the end, so it's mirrored. I think this mirrors what I did before. I do a 3 on the end and then 2. No, I did 2 on the end and 3. So let's mirror that. So that means 2 on the end, 3, and then splitter was halfway between these guys, which was, God, I want to mirror this as closely as I can. So it's in the middle, close to the 2 split. So that would be right there, I believe. So it should be there, 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 there. Did that plug in? I think it did. Just to make sure. Like that almost plugged in somewhere funky. Okay. And this guy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Goes all the way down. 1, 2, 1, 2. And okay, all I need to do is get the final outputs for these to have these aluminum things go where I want them to go, and then we'll plug in the water, and this should be doing its thing. So, all this because we need a crap ton more aluminum casings. We should be overproducing the aluminum we need, though, once we do this. I'm going to have a whole second line of aluminum going. And this one, you know what? I think I'm not going to sink this. Because the way the water is working on this one, I don't think I'm going to have a backup issue. Because if the aluminum backs up, the aluminum will back up. It'll stop producing the water if that. I think this one actually is built in such a way that I don't need it to constantly be running for it to not shut down completely, I think. I'm going to assume that's true and probably find out if I'm wrong later on. Right, so I need mergers now. So merger lined up in the middle of each of these guys. How did I do these? I did them right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. That's 3. That's 3. That is not where I wanted you to go. That's 3. Okay. And this should be another 500 and what's happened? 1080, 540 a minute. I think I'm doing. Check that number again, but I think that's right. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So the other merger is in the middle of this guy right here. That looks right. And then in the middle of this guy. Right there, and then in the middle of these guys will be right there, I believe. I believe that looks good. Let's see if I'm right. That is definitely not what I wanted. There. And there. There. That looks good. There. 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 Beautiful. And I believe that is pretty much mirrored. Looks like I straightened out all those belts. Do I care about straightening out those belts? Sure. Since I've worked so hard to keep it looking good, let's keep it looking good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't falter at the end, organizer. Part of my brain. One, two, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, and that should be basically a, oh, I did that with these two. I even made those not curved. You know what? I'm gonna, that is too many of those to fix. I'm gonna call that good. All right, so this guy, we're now gonna bring across. We're gonna stack it on top of our other thing of aluminum here. I'm gonna stack this. Freaking autosave. 1, 2. Stack it right there. That should be good. Okay. So I think I'm ready to start this thing up. Oh geez. Oh geez, that lost power. Damn it. And that's why I do not like the hover pack as much as the jetpack. I probably never will, I'll be honest. The fact that you have to be near power lines means I'm probably never going to want to use that as often as I use my jetpack. I'm going to get this down just a little ways, this belt, and then I'm going to start up the production so I can make sure everything's running well. So that'll be 1, 2. Actually, I probably want this to go. Yeah, I think I want this to go to the side. The left side or the right side? Probably the right side will be more easy to deal with. 2, 1, 2. How did I do this? I think I did... Yeah, I went to the edge here. Is that right? Yeah, so if I do that, that can go down. And I want you to be lined up. Perfect. All right, so let's go get this thing started, and then we'll get this. This is gonna go. I know what input that's going to, but I want to get the smelting started. Let's get the smelting started. I will plug in these belts though. Get the smelting started, please. And like I said, I'm not going to sink these, the overflow of this, and hope that if it backs up, I think it won't mess up our stuff. I don't think. I think this build won't get messed up by that. So we should be good to just add water, and things should be ready to go. You should just be missing sulfuric acid, and you should just be missing water. So we plug this in for it to do enough to each one of these lights to turn green. And then I will immediately unplug the water. So let's see. Just add water. You're green. You're blue. Why are you blue? I don't know why you're blue. You shouldn't be blue. Okay, well if you start it up, that's all I need. So I should be able to do that. And now this loop should get started. Why is it blue? Is it blue because it's overclocked? Maybe blue is the color it turns when it's overclocked and working at full capacity, maybe. So I should see these guys kicking in, green, blue, and green. Oh, look at it go. And I should see this filling with water. I guess the only thing that could possibly mess this up is if the flow rate is not good enough of the amount of water. Because that was yellow for a second. You know what, I'm going to inject a little extra water, because again, I'm pretty sure it doesn't hurt to have extra water in this system. So let me just fill the pipes, because I don't think that hurts this at all. But I do not want that to be yellow. If that's yellow, it means it's not getting enough water. Yeah. So let's do this. Let me check these pipes. Let me let this pipe fill. Which I think it will. I think it'll slowly fill. Since my water is looping back on itself, if you're not syncing the outputs, it can sometimes seize up. No, it doesn't. I don't know if you were here while I was working on this. This water is supplying water to this build over here. This build produces 50 water, which is exactly how much water this needs to produce 50 sulfuric acid. So this loop is the only output I have keeps it running. This input of water is separate that's going into this, and if this backs up and this water's full, it's fine. I don't think I should have any issues. But you aren't running, and why aren't you running? Sulfuric acid. Why are you not running? Is it a sulfuric acid thing? That's full. Water's full. idle? Why are you idle? Because the output of the water is backed up. And that's what I was trying to avoid. Yep, that's okay. So I actually need to flush. That was actually... Oh! That would be the reason I wasn't getting enough water. I kind of forgot a pipe. Okay, there we go. That would be an important thing. I didn't... No wonder I wasn't getting enough water. So I actually didn't need to inject that extra water. Hopefully, I might need to flush some pipes, but I think this will fix it. It's always one little thing. One little thing I leave out. This pipe wasn't full though, so I think I'm actually fine because this pipe wasn't full. Then I think this will all work fine. Let's just wash it a little bit to make sure I have green lights everywhere. Green and blue now that we have the output done. Aluminum. Okay, that aluminum's backing up. %, 100%, 100%, 100%. These guys might not be 100. Okay, you are now 100%. And you are now 100%. Okay, beautiful. Now I just need to fix the outputs, and we are finished build, man. And all this was so I could make a lot more aluminum. Not sheaths. Aluminum something else's. Okay, let's let's figure out where this is going. This needs to go into this guy over here. Wow, my spaghetti's getting in the way. It's going into here. So how do I want to do this? I could have this kind of go across here. You know, if we're gonna spaghetti, might as well go all in on the spaghetti. And this is gonna back up our aluminum, which is kind of a good tell to see if I'm gonna have a backup problem as I'm finishing this up. That goes right through there. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. Can I go up? Can I go up one more space with that, actually? Do I have the Alclad casing alternate? I don't think I do, actually. Okay. So that, I see that white square is right above it. I need to go one higher than that. So there. That should avoid spaghetti, hopefully. Or avoid it flipping. Except I can't go any higher. Because I have to do this. There. The things I do to try to avoid spaghetti in my base. The things I do. Okay, does that look good? That goes up just a touch, but you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. So now, this is going to be interesting because I need to get... okay, I think I just need to start stacking some things right here. One, two. So I think at this level, that should allow me to get this plugged into here. And there's a little bit of a funkiness there, but that's okay. It is dark, and I am flying all over the place. Okay. Can I now plug this in, and will it reach is the question. I don't know. Do I have power over here so I can actually hover? Okay, you know what? Okay, there's a power line right over there. It's right in the middle of the two, though. Alright, I just got to put random power lines so I can actually use this damn thing. Frickin' hover pack. Why don't they give a fuel secondary backup for the hover pack, man? That would make life so much better. Alright, let's see if that will reach. Please tell me that will reach. Thank God, okay. There we go, that should be an output for the aluminum. Going down. Into storage. And now I need to actually... The last thing I need to do is... we're sending a whole bunch of aluminum to one of the builds. I have two different builds, so I need a dedicated line going to one of the builds. The Alclad aluminum sheets are separate from the aluminum casings. That lets you make about 15 to 20% more casings per aluminum ingot. It's just copper plus aluminum ingots. Yeah, although I've been having a problem with running out of copper for my other build. I don't know that I have that one yet. Let me go look at the aluminum line here. Casings are on the first floor, I believe, which is this. This is screws. I think it's one more floor down. Here we go. So 90 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 90 times 8. 720 aluminum ingots a minute. So that is enough for a Mark V belt, but I can't have that split off from another belt. So I need a dedicated Mark V belt for this. And I've purposely not plugged this in because I wanted to increase all of my aluminum production first. So let me make sure I'm not splitting off from another belt for this build. Because I'm pretty sure I am splitting off of this belt for my other aluminum thing. So that's this guy. Going off here. Oh, I'm not splitting off. Okay, way to go, Past Rand. Beautiful. So that is a dedicated Mark V belt. I have pulling from a separate belt my Alclad aluminum sheet build. Perfect. Past Rand, you're a gentleman and a scholar. I don't know why I always talk crap about you so much. All right, so this should actually just be good. I should just be able to plug this in, and that will be the upgrade we need for the aluminum casings. I built all this earlier. So beautiful. Before I go check what I'm using these to build, I want to go check the aluminum build that I was doing, see if it's backing up, and see if there's any issues over there. Just before I leave that build. So I've spent an hour, 2.5 hours or so on this build. I want to make sure it's looking good, because it's backing up a little bit here. Hey, Ramses with the 31 months in a row of Tier 2 subbage. And your sub message is a pun, you know? You know how to make me happy and mad all at the same time. Just like a true friend should. Alright, so how's this all looking? I see green, I see blue. Green is good, blue is good. Water is not backing up. Water is not backing up. Water's not backing up. Acid's not backing up. This looks good, man. Ooh, a little acid backed up here. Why is that happening? I wonder why that's happening. Is the aluminum scrap not getting out fast enough? No, it should be. Maybe just because it's overclocked a little bit. I wonder if it's a pipe issue. It's running at 99%. You know, it's probably because our aluminum did back up a little bit, so the sulfuric acid backed up a little bit. But I think this is okay, because the aluminum backs up, sulfuric acid backs up. This water would back up. But if this water backs up, our aluminum scrap would not be... Our aluminum scrap would be backing up anyway. So I think this loop works. Salty and sweet, perfectly balanced. You know it. Alright, I think that's all good. I think if this aluminum backs up, it's not going to turn off our system that we'll have to reprime. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Alright, let's go use these aluminum casings that we just upgraded a huge amount for. Because all I need to do now is get nitrogen to a build. And I need to get the nitrogen... I need to get these freaking leaves out of my inventory. I need to get nitrogen up, and I need to get the aluminum casings up. So that's the next thing I need to do. So let me go get these leaves out. These leaves, that's wood. So I got leaves but no wood, okay. Finally finish your test run? Oh, for your enemy hacking you sets their hacking on fire build? Cool. Cool. Awesome, Vega. Grats. Hopefully you and RPG can make something out of that, and I'd definitely be interested in playing that. Okay, 9th floor, and then the highest floor we got is 13th. Because the one on the right, we haven't built the floor that can go to yet, right? I'm not sure. Okay. So all that work was for this build right over here. 90 extra aluminum casings a minute from these two. No, 75 times 2. Whatever that number was. I did the math. So I need to get aluminum casings up here and nitrogen gas. Since nitrogen gas... Actually, I need to get heavy modular frames. I need to get everything up here. Let's do nitrogen gas because that's easiest. Let's do the easy one. Because every time I have to bring another item up through my factory, it's just freaking pain in the ass. Pain in the half. It's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Alright, so it's coming from there up. So, let's bring it to the 3rd level right here. The counter activated a whole 3 times. Well, yeah, there's many conditions, right? The enemy has to have hacking, and they have to actually hit a room with it. But that's cool. It worked, though. It worked. Maybe RPG can come up with a mod where everybody has hacking, which sounds horrible. Or you know what? That sounds like a mod I'd want to play in Multiverse, since they have so much more. They have hacking way more often in Multiverse. 1, 2. Alright, so that should be the nitrogen. There's no other liquid I need for this, right? Nope, just the 2 other solids, so... This guy... there. How much per minute does this do? 37.5? Okay. It's mainly that the enemy has to try to hack you, which they will if they have hacking. Right. So it's just, that kind of shows, if it activated 3 times, how infrequent it is that enemies actually have hacking in vanilla FTL. I feel like that's what your mod is actually showing. Which is, part of the reason why Multiverse is so much harder. Oh crap. Oh crap, I fell. Okay. Alright. Alright, I need to get a power line going up here. One of the reasons Multiverse is so much harder, because they have those other systems way more frequently. There. You can see that this top floor, is way extended out further than any of my other floors, and it's mainly because the floor below it, we put those refineries, which I knew was going to cause issues. We're just going to have a floating wall here for now. So I need to get power over here to pump this thing up. So, power line over there. And that allows us now to hover here. Okay. Let me get rid of these things that are, these supports that are supporting air. I should have done that before. Those bother me. Supports that aren't actually supporting anything, those bug me. Okay. So let's get on this level so I can figure out where this pipe needs to go. This is nitrogen right here. I believe 1, 2, 1, 2. If I go from here, I'll be close to straight. Let's do it this way. Let's have it be on the ground until it goes where it needs to go, and that'll be a fairly even thing. Yeah, Factoid, Vega is working on a mod. I don't know where he got this idea. Where basically, if an enemy hacks you, their hacking turns on is set on fire. That's the whole mod. So that's. I bet you it was a crap ton of work for something that doesn't activate very often. That's what it sounds like. Ah, really? Really? Why would you not go straight and then up? Yeah, there we go. I gotta make it look good myself. Okay, so that should be nitrogen in there. We're gonna have to pump it up. Let's get the power line set first. Let's see. If they have hacking, they activate it. Their hacking will burn for the rest of the fight. Wasn't even what we were trying to show. You just had the idea and wanted to test it. They set it on fire for the rest of the fight, including auto scouts. So when you say including auto scouts, are you saying that auto scouts vented rooms stay on fire? Because if so, that's actually pretty interesting. That's pretty darn interesting. If that works that way. So I really wish with pipes that when you're going up walls, that it would manually do a wall clipping thing. But it doesn't do that. So we'll just do about like there. See if that goes. That goes. Does that reach? It's almost. There we go. Now, do I even need pumps? Do you need pumps for nitrogen, for gas? Because this is looking like it just goes, oh, you don't, you told me this before, didn't you? Factoid or somebody. I don't even need pumps for this. It puts a fire in the room every frame, so if it goes out, it just places another fire. Okay. Yeah, Vega had to use the new LUA capable hyperspace to make it happen, which is pretty insane. Alright, I don't even have to pump this, that's right. Yay for nitrogen gas. Don't even have to pump this stuff. Beautiful. Okay, so that's good. Now all I need is the other two things, which this is going to be the pain, because every time I need to bring stuff up. Pain in the arse. So let's get this set up. Let's get the output of this first, because that's going to be way easier to get going here. So merger. There, is that centered? That is centered. So that is pretty impressive you're able to do that, Vega. That sounds like you had to do some, like, programming type stuff. If LUA is some sort of programming language or something, that's pretty amazing, honestly. It doesn't detect if the enemy hacks your temporal manipulator. Ah, okay. Makes sense. The system that's not in the base game. Okay, so now it's time for this fun thing we do. Any of these, and honestly, this should all be clear because this is so far to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually build out. I'm probably gonna run out of materials for this, but I just need to build out my factory just for these things to have a place to go. Let's expand each floor just enough for these guys to go up. Okay. There, that should be enough. Alright, and casings are... God, they're all the way on the bottom floor. Heavy modular frames is the other thing I need. So, heavy modular frames I think are around like 4, 5, or 6 or something like that. Oh, Jesus. Too many items. Too many items. It's the name of a mod in Factorio or something, I think, isn't it? Or maybe in something. I need to check these floors. Okay, it's definitely not this floor for the heavy modular frames, right? Uh-oh, I see something yellow. Oh my god, I'm not making enough stators. Okay, well that's something I'll have to fix. Apparently my stator production is not good enough. Damn it, Past Rand, what did you do? Past Rand didn't upgrade a build he was supposed to. I'm gonna have to go check that later. If I ever see something not running at 100% capacity, I'm like, nope, gotta fix it. We run at 100% here, not at all. At Rand Industries. No lazy people around except for Past Rand, and we fire him all the time. He's underpaid anyway. Alright, so I'm checking each floor for heavy modular frames. Nope. But that is something using modular frames, okay. The temporal thing could be added. Basically, how the scripting language works is the hyperspace devs found interesting variables and functions in the FTL game, and then made it accessible for the scripting language. Then when the game runs, it runs the script that manipulates the exposed variables. That sounds way too complicated for my brain to understand, but cool. I'm glad they're doing that. If it makes you able to do cool stuff like set their hacking on fire, cool. Okay, next floor. Oh, this floor is really short. Didn't I build all this because of Walmart? It's true. It's true. Walmart made me do it. Walmart made me do it. Oh, I'm out of concrete. I knew that was going to happen. All right, let's check what floor we're on, so I know where to come back up to. Floor 7. And let's check what floor the other thing is on. Floor 5 are the... Nope, those aren't the heavy modular frames. I might have actually passed the heavy modular frame floor then. Okay, ran out of concrete and probably low on iron as well. These guys. Okay, what about this guy? I'm doing okay on that, but 2 more stacks because we're making a bunch of these floor things, and then a crap ton of concrete. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anything else? I think everything else we're pretty good on. Okay. Reinforced iron plates. I could probably use a few more of. Man, I increased the production of this before, and they were still not going up here. I am not making enough of these. It's probably because modular frames. It's all modular frames. And I know that my stators... What floor are my stators on? Stators are on 7th floor, so that's a thing I'm going to have to look to upgrade. Okay, 7th floor is where I was on, too, is the floor I was on. 8th floor, and then go down. It's better to go to Space Walmart for a concrete. It's true. It's true. They're a dirty, money-grubbing corporation, but they always have everything you need. I wonder if my stators are slowed down by anything. It looks like they're running at full capacity. I must just not be making enough per minute. It says I'm making 0.75 more than I need, but I feel like that's not right. I'm going to have to go check on that. Future Rand will have to go fix that. Okay. Future Rand as in like 10 minutes from now after we finish this build, because we're almost done with this build. And I feel like I skipped the heavy modular frame floor. Let me check. Yep, I see heavy modular frames. So there they are. Let's see the outputs for the heavy modular frames and bring them across. Heavy modular frames are going up there. So I think I'm good to just run a splitter off of this because of how many we're making. And I'm not going to do a smart splitter like I'd been doing before. I just split it so the half goes each way. Seriously? No way. That totally can work. That could totally work. You liar, game. You liar. It's not too curved. What does it say? There's too much of a curve or something? Alright, I'm just going to do it this way. I'm gonna not care. We're gonna go right through this thing. F it, game. F it. You've made me not care. Okay, so where do I want to go? In between, like, right. We can go, like, right. 1, 2, like, right there. Okay. And that guy needs to go all the frickin' way over here. All the frickin' way, I say. It's somewhere around there. There we go, and I should see heavy modular frames coming on there. Beautiful. And let's see, is that straight? I think I might actually need to go up a bit for this. It's not quite long enough. Giggity, that's what she said. Yeah, that goes down, so I need this to be a little bit higher. That should be good. Alright, beautiful. So I don't need these other guys. That one will be plenty for the aluminum casings. That will build up the heavy modular frames as they're being made. Okay. There. In the variables, there also appear to be the functions for doing beams. The function for doing beams, eh? Not sure if I know what that means, but it sounds like maybe you'll be able to edit the way beams work, potentially? which sounds pretty crazy. Sounds like you're getting into FTL modding, Vega, is what it sounds like. As in the script can say where a beam goes through, maybe. Okay. A beam goes through, maybe. Cool. I don't quite know what that means, but... Okay. I don't quite understand that. Complete that guy. Maybe if you become an expert at this LUA script, Lua, whatever it is, you could join the hyperspace dev team or something. You can now freestyle beams. It's hard to figure out. Huh. Could you make a no-you mod where if the enemy hits your ship with a beam, it gets reflected onto their ship? Oh, that would be crazy. When you heard about it, you had to try it. It's also new to you. Well, I'm be quite curious to see what all hyperspace devs and other creative people like you can do with this crazy new tool that hyperspace is making possible. It blows my mind that the people on hyperspace just keep coming up with new stuff you can do with, you know, breaking open the FTL code. It's crazy to me. Okay, I think this is the last one I need to do. I think we're at the bottom floor here. All right, we at the bottom floor. We are at the bottom floor. Okay. I will say, as tedious as this is, what this is showing is that my plan for the factory is working. I am not having any issues with running out of space as I continue to go up and to the side. The only way I'll run out of space is if I end up going too far that way. But I think I've planned plenty enough space that I should avoid that ever being an issue. All right, so this is going to be these guys, these casings right here. So instead of splitting off of here, I think I am just going to split off the side here and say right is any undefined. And go this way. And yeah, we'll go this direction. Just like that. Okay. And I'm going to guess where this needs to go. Which will be, I think there, but I think it might actually be higher than that. But we'll find out once we get it over here. The great thing is that hyperspace is now open source. So I've heard that term for stuff before. Does that mean anybody is allowed to use it for free? Was it not? What was it before? What was it? You had to have permission from the hyperspace devs to play with it? Is that what that was before? Okay, yeah, it is a little bit higher. I need to go. 1, 2, 2. That looks right. Beautiful. I think I even have some open source, you know, like video editing or music editing stuff. But I'm no game or software developer to really quite understand what that means. Call it the mirror armor augment, the one that reflects beams back. That would be pretty crazy if you could make that happen. Open source means that literally the code is freely available to read in plain text by anyone. Okay, okay. What you can use the code for is determined by the license, though. Okay. Determined by the license. What does the license mean? Do you have to pay a fee to use the license, or does that just mean even though anybody can read it, there's only certain things you're allowed to do with the thing or something? with the code. Alright, that's the heavy modular frame, so I can get rid of these guys here. There are different licenses for usage. Some open source stuff is free for all usage. Some can be used for personal but not business use. Okay. Yeah, I do understand that. There's music software that I use. What is it called? Oh, ASIO for all. For recording stuff. You're allowed to use it for like small personal business, but not allowed to use for corporate use or something like that. And that's an add-on for audio software that lets you record multiple sources of inputs at the same time, kind of thing. Open source also means anyone can create a fork or work on the code. Okay. Well, that's cool. I guess it's a big deal when something becomes open source. All right, there we go. This build is basically done. Okay, what a crazy build this has been. Because I've had to just upgrade so much stuff just for the build. The build itself wasn't hard. Increasing the production of all the stuff we needed to increase to use this build has definitely been a long and arduous process. There. And I'm gonna not put a splitter, even though that'll make this expandable. We'll let future RAN deal with that. There. This. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not what I meant to do. 1, 2, 1, 2. And up. That's what I meant to do. One, two. This. Throw these in there. Splitter. And my friends, that is a GG cookie time. We have fused modular frames automated. I have little pieces of cookie that I can eat as the GG cookie time, since I've basically finished this cookie package. GG pieces of cookie time. Fused modular frames done. Open source licensing is a huge mess. It's difficult to enforce and very difficult to prove it's been used against this license. If Microsoft takes an open source project and incorporates it into some library buried deep in their own code, how would anyone know? Open source also allows anyone to make improvements to the software. Submit them, okay. When they're good, they get accepted into the main software. Cool. So this should be a how many a minute? 3 a minute? 3 fused modular frames a minute build. Let me get these brought down to an overflow, and then I gotta check out stators, since I noticed that those were not working at full capacity. Because I do want, even if it's not a huge deal, I do want to make sure no, center is overflow, left is, you know, I'm gonna do none for now, because I want everything to be overflow, since these are not going anywhere. But since I want everything in my factory to always be running at full capacity, I do not want to I don't want my stators to be backed up for some reason. And these fused modular frames are crazy looking. Crazy. I think I lined this up correctly. It looks good. Looks right. Okay, so I should see fused modular frames at the end of that. Beautiful. All right, I think I already have a chest set up for this over there. Yeah, that bottom right chest there is ready to receive my fused modular frames. Are you ready to receive? Be ready. Be ready. And with these built, I can unlock leading edge production, and I might actually want to look into actually doing a basic nuclear power plant build, because I have not looked at my power a bit. I'm a little worried about my power, just a little, not too much. I think we're probably fine, but I wouldn't mind supplementing it with a new build that I kind of want to just play with, since nuclear power stuff is its whole animal I'd like to check out. It's good to take a pass to the factory now and then to make sure it's all running at full speed. You were surprised to go back in an old factory and find half of it had stopped working because you'd accidentally deleted a belt at some point. Now, no idea how you even did that. I can definitely see that. It's easy to be trying to delete something and you hit something behind it and don't even realize that you did it. So I would not be surprised if I've done that at some point. Oh, come on. Let me stand on this thing. Okay. This guy here. Alrighty then. So these guys. About there looks good. And we're bringing it over this way. To this guy right here. You know what? I never did a smart splitter on this guy, did I? Oh, I built a smart splitter but didn't put where it was going. It's fine, because we have not even come close to overflowing this, but I do want this to be set up correctly. So merger right in the middle there. This guy there. Not quite there, so let's go like that and like that, and that should give us clearance to put this guy to go over to the next guy over here. This guy for that guy and that guy and those guys. So I set up the overflow correctly. Okay, so that would be a merger right here. Nuclear power is fun. There are several components to nuclear power: building fuel rods, building and belting together all the reactors, building all the water infrastructure for the reactors, and dealing with the waste. Yeah, from what I looked at, I was looking at doing a simple single nuclear reactor build because of how complicated all that stuff looked. I'm not sure if I have all the pieces I need for it, but I kind of want to play with it anyway. I can probably build one by manually building some stuff if needed. So center is any undefined, left is none, right would be overflow. So I feel like it'd be a fun project to take a break from all the other automating stuff we're doing. This is the wrong direction. Wait, what? How did that happen? That was weird. That should be cleanly go in there, and then we bring this guy over. It's lined up right here. Right here, which means we want that R. Nope. R is right the last way. I think that is actually lined up. It's going to go through that belt, but I have gone far past caring about the spaghetti of this part of my factory. I've gone far past caring about the spaghetti here. Okay, let's just get it to the right level, which I believe is right there. See if that looks right. Look at those fused modular frames. It's beautiful. Beautiful. All this spaghetti here is something that that future Rand will fix. Soon, TM. One day. One day. There we go. Fused modular frames! We have a storage and there's only one in there because apparently there's like 8 coming out of there or something. Okay. That's one of the nice features in Captain of Industry. You can set up warnings on storage buildings if things run low, so you can catch issues before your production runs dry. Leave yourself 10 extra in case uranium fuel cells per minute for nuke nobelisks. Okay, if I go for that, which we might start working on that after I finish the next thing, then we will prepare for that. Let me go grab fuel, and the next thing I'm going to do is I need to go check why my stators... I have a feeling I'm not sending enough steel to my stators, or I did an upgrade that used stators, but I didn't actually upgrade my stator production. So let me go grab fuel, then see if we can fix our stator issue. Hopefully it'll be a quick fix. And then after that, probably be about break time, but we can start planning towards what a single basic nuclear fuel build would look like. Let's look at my power since I haven't looked at power for a while. Yeah. Our potential max is creeping up towards that 22,000. 22 to 23,000 that we're producing. I've been staying ahead pretty well, but I keep making giant builds, so not surprising. We are using that power. You still not want to do nuclear stuff anywhere near the main base. I think future Rand doesn't like past Rand because past Rand takes all his work and gives it to future Rand. You definitely recommend building nuclear power ways away. Rod production isn't bad, but you don't want the waste anywhere nearby. That makes sense because it's all like nuclear fallout type of thing that will cause damage to you, even if you have the nuclear suit on or whatever. Okay. Let's go check this out. Let's go see what's wrong with our stator production. I think my stator production was 100%, but it was something that stators are used in that was not at 100%. I need to go see what that was. I think it was on floor 7. Let me actually take a quick look at all my machines here. Make sure, just a quick glance over. I see green lights. I actually see stators backed up right here. So our motors are running at 100%, so that's good. So no issue with motors. What floor are we on? This is floor 8. Here's where stators are being produced. We're making only 0.75 a minute more than we need. I wonder if it's a flow issue. Because these are all working at 100%. And I don't have any overflow, though. You know what? I bet you it's a smart... Okay, I bet you it's a splitter issue right here. One of them's backed up. This guy, I think, is not getting enough stators. Let me go look at where this is going here. Let me just follow this line up. I think it's a smart splitter issue. So the stators are going here. And it's slowing down my automated wiring. Now, I don't care about this because this isn't used by anything. But I probably will eventually need this for something, so I don't want this slowed down because of a mess up. So let me see how many we're making a minute. Oh, we actually are using some of these a minute for something. Okay, that could be slowing something else down. 22.5 a minute, is that right? 7.5 times 3. 22.5 a minute. Okay, so that's right. How many are we using here? We're using 3.75 times 3 stators. It's 11.25 on this floor, which is not that many. But if our other thing is running at full tilt, it looks like it's a distribution issue. Over here. We're making 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Make it 32 a minute. Let me go to the other floor that's using the shaders, which are the motors, which are backed up. I think it's because I have double... Yeah, it's a smart splitter issue. It's a smart splitter and then splitting off of that. I actually, if I split off of this, I think it'd be better. But let me see how many we're using here a minute. So I might just want to increase the production anyway. 10, so 20. We're using 20 plus 11.25. 31.25 a minute. Yeah, I need to be producing more and I need to distribute them better. So let me do a quick single stator upgrade, which hopefully won't cost me too much. Quick wire and steel pipes. Okay. I don't want to have to upgrade 5 things in my factory to get this done, but this would be an extra 8 a minute, which would put us at producing 40 a minute. Hey, Benjamin, thanks for the 14 months. Just lurking, don't mind me totally disturbing you. I'm so disturbed. So disturbed. Okay. That will be 40 a minute. Now I need to check quick wire and steel pipes. So that's an extra 16 steel pipes, an extra 60 quick wire. Let me check those. 16 pipes, 60 quick wire. You would ask if I really wanted to irradiate those beautiful lakes, but I paved them over anyway, so nobody can see them. It's true. Radioactivity in this game builds up exponentially, so the more of it you have in one area, the farther it spreads. Really? You had a buffer for uranium ore in your rod production, and you had to remove it because it made too much of your base radioactive to have that much sitting around. Wow. That is cool, but crazy. All right. Let me get the production fixed, then I'll get the distribution fixed. So steel pipes first. If I add 16 more consumption a minute, can I handle that? I did a big steel pipe upgrade before, so I hope I planned. I hope past Rand planned for more expansion. Damn, 16 will just put us right over the edge. Okay, if I put 1 extra steel pipe producer, hopefully my steel can handle that. Yeah, 1 more will fix it. I'm gonna hope and pray and wish that he will be mine. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, freaking autosave. Jesus. I'm not even gonna check my steel because this steel is coming from my train, which has always been completely filled. So I'm gonna trust in past Rand here, which might be a bad idea, but I'm doing it. Praying and wishing and hoping. Okay. Merger. At least this is a quick and dirty upgrade. So that's an extra 20 per minute that we are producing. So that puts us at 520. And then 16 extra pipes, so 489 plus 16. 489.25 plus 16 means we're now consuming 505.25. Okay, so that's check mark on the pipes. Now let's check the quick wire, because I'm about to consume an extra 60 a minute quick wire. That we can handle. That'll put us at 980. Now the problem here might be distribution though. 980 a minute. So an extra 60 a minute. How do I have this quick wire going to places? It's pretty spaghetti. Where's this splitter going? That looks like that's... Oh, that's good. That's the overflow. Okay. What a big old mess this is. Oh, my distribution is kind of a mess. So I believe this is going up to where it needs to go. How much of this is being made on this line is the question. There's 4 of these guys, so 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. 60 times 4. It's 240. I have a feeling that's exactly as much as that's being used right now. My Katerian's backed up. Am I brave enough to just do an upgrade real quick? Katerium is backing up every once in a while. I might have to follow this all the way back. I'm going to upgrade this belt. I'm going to actually do 1 extra onto that line that I'm about to pull off of. Upgrade a bunch of belts. Upgrade this belt. This belt. Before I do this upgrade, let me make sure this is actually going to where I think it's going. So quick wire to the next floor up. Where are you, quick wire? Steel pipes. Quick wire, I think it's this one. Anytime I have to do any of this, it's such a mess getting around my factory. What am I trying to upgrade? I'm trying to upgrade the thing that's using quick wire, which I think is... Is it another floor up? Where are you, quick wire? Here. Is this the build? Stators. Okay, this is the build. 60 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was 240 a minute. So actually, I do need to upgrade that. Okay, so the question is just going to be... Well, the main thing is going to be... I do need to actually do 1 extra quick wire producer. And I just have to hope that there's enough Katerium, because I don't really want to spend too much time on this to go check that. I upgraded the belts. So now I just need the Katerium to do 1 extra quick wire producer right here. This is one of these builds where I'm like, I'm upgrading it and I'm hoping it's... Gotta be able to keep up. Copy. Paste. This. 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 And this. Throw this in there. This into that. And we want a merger and power. And I need to make a mark that we're doing 60 extra a minute on this floor that we're now producing. 60B 1080. The distribution of this is not perfect, but I'm not messing up any of my other quick wire builds by doing this upgrade. I should just be straight up upgrading the one that we need. Okay, so the question is going to be is if our Caterium can keep up. Let me go check. Just before I completely quit on this, let me see. 12 per minute times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 156 Caterium a minute. Let me go check where this is coming from just to be safe. To make sure I am supplying enough Caterium. This is one of my earlier Caterium builds, so this is not coming from my train or anything. I'm basically robbing Peter to pay Paul for now, but Paul may have trust funds, so who cares? It's kind of true, but I'm going to go see if I can upgrade right now. Upgrade Peter, Paul, or Mary, or whoever it is. Let's see, which one is closer? Which Caterium is closer? I think this Caterium is closer. And this should be an easily upgradable one, especially since I'm upgrading a Mark 1 belt to Mark 5 right now. You can tell how long ago I did this build. Yeah, I think this is actually only 45 Caterium a minute over here. I bet you I can overclock this a decent amount to make us be sure that I'm not shortchanging myself with the raw material we need for this build. This is a way over upgrade, but we are late game, so I'm allowed to over upgrade things now with the amount of materials and crafting and building our build is doing. Yeah, so this is one of our first Caterium builds. Oh, and this is even running it. Yeah, I did the underclock thing. So can I... Is this a Mark 1 miner? This is a Mark 1 miner. So let's... Yeah, let's upgrade. Let's absolutely upgrade this thing. I probably should have upgraded this a long time ago. Okay, I'll just wait for that to clear out. All right, I can just... no, it's actually easier to deconstruct and build another one, because if I upgrade on top of it, I will have an extra portable miner on us, I think. This guy. One of these guys. I don't have space in my inventory. Throw that on the ground. That guy. Mark II miner. There. Pick this up. Throw it into here. Throw that into there. This. So Mark II miner is doing 240 a minute. These smelters 15 times 3. So these are doing 445. Let's see. Each one of these does 40 a minute. So 240 divided by 40. So I basically double this. Instead of 3, I should do 6 here. So let's just add 3 more smelters. And this will be a quick, easy upgrade to our Caterium here. And since I upgraded the belts, this will all be fine. Caterium seems rare enough that it benefits from the alternative recipes. Yeah. I feel like most everything in the game is better when you use the alternative recipes, honestly. You are a smelter 3. 1. 2, 3. Copy, paste, paste, paste. And we want a splitter. There. I didn't power you, did I? There we go. Although, I don't want you to run there. I need a splitter that goes... Go like this. 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 A little squirrely. Spaghettified. But that's okay. These take 45 a minute, so I will just use Mark 1 belts, right? 45? Yes, that's fine. Hey, Pass Rand left me space to upgrade. Way to go, Pass Rand. You're the best. Don't listen to what that guy Future Rand always says about you. He's kind of a jerk, honestly. Okay, there we go. So that will double this production. Wow, my Caterium's even just backed up right now, but that's fine. And what I'm going to do is just put a merger on here. A merger in front of these three guys. This. 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 And there we go. Why is Caterium not even moving, though? That's weird. Pure Caterium is a nice boost, doubles the output. Oh, yeah, the refinery thing. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. I have water down there. I didn't want to spend that much time on Caterium, though, I'll be honest. Let me go check why this is backed up. Well, now that's awkward. What the frick? What happened there? That was weird. Are you gonna do this at every belt now? All these belts I upgraded are all bust. What the heck? Are there two? I have no idea what's happening right there. That seems a little buggy. Did all of my belts just do that when I upgraded them? Okay, that's flowing. Alright, I feel like maybe they're just one belt bugged out there. Alright, well that should be more than enough Caterium for the small upgrade I just did. Make sure it's all flowing here. Basically doubled the output of one of our miners and increased our belt throughput. So that should mean we have plenty of Caterium for this small 60 extra a minute or whatever I added. So that should be good. I think that was a graphical glitch. Do you think it was flowing before? Because it looked like the Caterium wasn't even moving before. So I don't know if it was only graphical. Some stuff there's enough deposits close enough together that it hardly matters if you use a more efficient recipe or not. True. I would say Caterium is one of the more rare ones, like you said. That's worth probably being more efficient. Well, what floor is Caterium wire on? But because that's a pure vein and it was a quick, easy upgrade without having to do a bunch of refinery changes, I did just want to make that quick upgrade because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, could you stop lagging, game? Jesus Christ. All right, here's quick wire. All right, so it looks like Caterium's still backed up. You're running at 99%. Why are you not running at 100%? Maybe you missed out on Caterium once? I don't know. These guys are all green. Quick wire's flowing. So we did our upgrade. So that should be the quick wire for something. Rotors. The rotor upgrade. So was there something else, or did I already did the steel pipe upgrade? Not rotors, stators. I did the steel pipe upgrade, yes. Did I fix the numbers on the quick wire? I don't know if I changed the consuming. Did I change that consuming number? I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. Pure Caterium is 2 ore for 1 ingot versus 3 ore for 1 of the smelter, and you can make fused quick wire, which is 50% more Caterium ingot, as long as you can spare the copper. I must have had one belt that wasn't actually lined up with the stackable pole. Then when I built the belt, it snapped to the pole and not to the next belt. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. All right, there we go. So that should fix the stator. I can now do the extra stator producer guy here. Let me make sure I upgraded all these belts. I don't know if I actually did upgrade all those, but hopefully this should be plenty. So I need to do this and this. Let's go ahead and make this expandable because I might have to expand it again at some point. This. It's not where I wanted you. Splitter. This. There. Quick wire. Quick wire. There. Steel pipes. There. Splitter. And splitter. There. There. And then a merger onto this guy. And did I upgrade all these belts yet? I did not. Upgrade all the belts. Okay, so that should be plenty of stator upgraded producing. I did upgrade that. We're not actually changing how many consuming. I'm just fixing... Now I need to fix the distribution, because what I have currently is that stuff is going to one place first and then going to another place. What I want it to do is I actually want to split... Don't think I ever actually built the extra stator for assembler. I just did that. Well, I built the thing, but I didn't plug it all in. Actually, did I power it, though? I didn't power it, though. I built it, but didn't power it. So let me fix that. Okay. There we go. Now we're good. Turbo motors, not yet. Not to turbo motors yet. I just finished fused modular frames. Okay, so it's the distribution of this that I need to fix. So, stators only go to here once this is backed up, and that's not what I want. Because we're splitting off of the overflow. I want to actually split off the splitter. All right, I'm going to do another quick and dirty fix here. I'm going to remove this, move this. I'm just going to have things overlap here. Say left is any undefined, and I think it'll split those evenly. Oh, you're not going to let me do that? The identical building is already there. Oh, it's not going to let me put that there. What if I do it at a different level? Nope. Okay. All right, I got it. I got it. Do that, and then we split off of this guy to go up there. It's, again, a little ugly, but I've given up on worrying about spaghetti on this guy. There. There. Yeah, that's good enough. That'll split evenly. This should actually now be none. Nope, that's left. Right should be any undefined. Left should be none. There we go. So I should see... Let me just throw some to make sure it's doing what I want it to do. That should go up this way, and it should split evenly between the two belts. And the one with motor should back up pretty quickly. The automated wiring is the one that was not getting enough stuff. How are we looking on quick wire here? Are you running at 100%? You are. Turbo motor isn't too bad. There's several recipes to choose from. You've already done cooling devices, radio control units, motors, rubber, so it might have enough. Or there's turbo electric motor alternative, which is motors, RCUs, electromagnetic control rods, and rotors. Need EMCRs for unlocks in the future anyway. Yeah, the thing is, all these things you're talking about, I probably will have to upgrade other builds to have access to those things. So I don't really want to get into that yet. All right, I think I fixed the distribution issue. Let me go check automated wiring. Automated wiring, where are you at? I'm pretty sure that was slowed. Automated wiring was slowed down by something. Modular engine. Versatile framework. Is it on this floor? It's not on this floor. Is it on this floor? I think it might be on this floor. Yes, it's at 87%. I think this is slowly gonna fix itself. Yeah, 53%. I'm gonna help it out. I think what I just did is gonna fix this. But I'm going to manually help it out a little bit to jumpstart it here. Unless my numbers are wrong, I should be making more stators than I need. And I'm pretty sure my numbers aren't wrong. I think. Wouldn't hurt to upgrade some belts, though. Always helps to make the belts go faster. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hope that fixes everything. Everything else looks good, right? The high-speed connectors, the wires. Everything else looks fine. Yeah, everything else is looking fine. There's only the shaders. Okay. Let me go pick up some shaders since I just emptied my inventory for that. Where is the automated wiring? Here. Yeah, so we're overflowing with automated wiring, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Stators. Watch stators, hobbits. I need signs, apparently. There it is. Okay. So the last thing we're gonna do today is I want to start on a nuclear reactor build. I looked at one earlier. I kind of placed one over here to just kind of take a look at it. Let me do that again. Nuclear power plant. So this guy needs the nuclear fuel rods. There's many different pieces to this. Let me just go over here and put a blender on the ground. Remind myself of the order here. Case uranium cells. It says a byproduct of sulfuric acid. Uranium, concrete, and sulfuric acid. Okay. I already know how to do sulfuric acid, just water plus sulfur. That's easy. Is encased uranium cells all I need? I think there's something else, right? Oops. What are the actual electromagnetic control rods? I think we need for something. I think. There it is. The fuel rods, which use the cells, case industrial beams, and it uses the electromagnetic rod. So we got that in this alternate recipe we just learned. It uses oscillators, beacons. Let's see, 0.6 a minute compared to 0.4 a minute. You replace the belts in front of your storage units with big signs using the image of each item. So much easier to find stuff now. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. Well, wherever we do this, like you all said, the uranium is just going to be sitting someplace making things radioactive. Did I mark where the uranium... Yeah, there it is. Uranium... I think that's in that spider cave. I don't know if there's anything closer than that. I believe that's probably the closest one. So... uranium concrete, sulfuric acid, cased uranium cells. The uranium cells go into here. Case industrial beams. So it looks like the only thing that we're already making we'll need will be... do I have a second electromagnetic control rod recipe, or is that the only recipe? Let me see. Was it O? Control rod. I only have the one recipe. So that takes stators that I just made, actually, which that might be a little bit of an issue. You can process uranium waste and send it into the awesome sink. The way to use the least uranium per rod needs two alternatives: uranium fuel rod and infused uranium cells. Uranium fuel unit. So this one. I don't know if I care about using the least uranium per rod. Does that matter? Fused uranium cells. Do I have that recipe? Cased uranium cell. I don't think I have that recipe yet. Unless it's in a different thing. Let me get a refinery out just to see if I'm something in here I'm missing. I don't see anything in there. So it looks like that's an alternate recipe I don't have yet. Did I ever check my MAM for the last thing? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. It doesn't really matter unless you're min-maxing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna care about min-maxing my uranium fuel cells, or uranium, the actual uranium ore. For any single reactor, you'll have more uranium than a need from one deposit. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So it'll be sulfuric acid plus concrete and uranium. I have a byproduct of sulfuric acid. We'll have to figure out the liquid stuff on that. I'll need concrete. Should have plenty of concrete, actually. Case uranium cells, 15 a minute. We need 20 a minute for 0.6 of these guys a minute. I'm actually going to have to automate beacons for this build. Ugh. And I have to send my crystal oscillators. All right, this is gonna be a pretty complex build. Let me save the game real quick. I'm gonna take my final break. I'm gonna have to figure out where I want to put this and how I want to put this build together. I might almost want to have a separate build for all these pieces that's just completely away from my main factory, so I don't have to worry about, you know, rates of my main factory's production rates being affected by this build or anything like that. Wow, thanks autosave, right as I saved. But really quickly, set up short break. When we come back, we will see if we can tackle nuclear power. This will be crazy. Y'all rock. Be back in a bit, my friends.